Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Matt coming back with another video, and right away you're probably wondering, where's Alex? There's only one of you here. Well, don't worry, I got the clearance from her. She let me shoot this one by myself since I am so excited for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I'm the bigger Star Wars fan in the relationship, so here I am. And I am so excited for the opening of Galaxy's Edge. It opens this Friday, May 31st in Disneyland. We won't be there on opening day, unfortunately. We will be there very soon. We're gonna be going this summer, but man, the excitement is off the charts. Everything just looks so awesome from the pictures we've seen so far that Disney has released. We've watched videos from other YouTubers who have gone to a couple of the cast member previews that were taking place last week, and everyone said it was incredible. Now, none of those people were able to post pictures or video because they had you put your phone away in a sealed bag. But from just watching them and hearing what they had to say, the excitement for me really went through the roof. Now, we all know this land is going to be a first of its kind in terms of the immersion level, the level of detail that goes into all the attractions and the food and the theming and everything. And everyone out there probably has their own things that they're looking forward to. Well, today I'm going to give you my top 5 things that I'm looking forward to the most at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And number 5, we're starting off with the lightsaber / droid building experience. Now, this is not a cheap souvenir by any means. This is something that's going to cost you a little bit of money. The lightsaber building experience starts at $199 and builds up from there, and the droid building experience starts at $99 and that also builds up from there. So again, not cheap. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do myself. I would love to do the lightsaber because I don't own any of like the cool replica lightsabers. I know there's a few different lines out there. I don't own any myself. And I just think it would be something that's really fun to take home. It's custom made. You get to literally build everything yourself and pick out all the different parts you want to use and whatnot, and the color of your crystal and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's really cool. I have to decide if I'm going to go with that or the droid because they both sound really cool, but we'll see. We have a little bit of time before we go. And as for the droid building experience, like I said, that starts at $99. And that sounds really cool too, because you can really customize the droid to be however you want it to be. And also you can add in personality chips. I believe these are an extra cost, but they will give your droid some life. Whether they're an Imperial droid or whether they're part of the Resistance, you get to choose that yourself, and I think it's a really cool amenity and a really cool souvenir to take away. Personally, I think the droids are going to be more popular than the lightsabers from the jump because of the price point. They are cheaper, and also because you can put your own spin on it. You can give it its own personality. It comes with a carrying like backpack type of thing where you can keep it in there as you walk around Galaxy's Edge. And to me, it's kind of similar to the Banshee experience over at Pandora and Animal Kingdom. So I think it's going to be popular. It's something you can carry with you. It's not as clunky as the lightsaber, but then again, lightsabers are the bread and butter of Star Wars, so I could be wrong. Coming in at number 4 on my list is drinking blue milk. Now that might sound a little weird to some of you, but for me, ever since I was a kid and I saw Luke Skywalker drink that blue milk in A New Hope, it's something I always wanted to do, and now that they brought it into Galaxy's Edge, I couldn't be more excited. When they first announced the opening of Galaxy's Edge and they talked about the attractions and some of the different things that were going to be a part of the land, one of the first things I thought of was, are they going to have blue milk? I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to have it, and now they do. In addition to the blue milk, there's also the green milk, both of which are plant-based, and I know that's gonna make a lot of people happy. So if you have stomach issues, if you're lactose intolerant, you'll be able to try it and not have any problems. Alex is lactose intolerant. She's still on the fence whether or not she's gonna try the blue or green milk. She thinks it's kind of weird, but hey, I mean, I'm sure she'll try it once she's there. And also, the blue and green milks it's not just flavored milk. It's not just milk with some food dye in it. They do have flavoring to it. And according to StarWars.com, where they published an article talking all about the food and beverage options at Galaxy's Edge, they describe the blue milk as having berry combinations that can come through with hints of melon, while the green milk is a little bit more tropical. So they do have a flavoring to them, which I'm excited to try as well. Number 3 on the list, and this might surprise you that it's not number 1 or number 2, is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I am very excited for this attraction, and even though I have it listed at number 3, it does not mean that I don't care for it. I cannot wait to fly the Falcon. I think any little boy as a kid that grew up watching Star Wars wanted to fly the Millennium Falcon. We all wanted to be Han Solo. He was the cool one. And now we have a chance to fly the Falcon for ourselves in missions that matter. And what I mean by that is the way you act and the way you pilot the ship and everything involved matters in your mission, whether or not you're successful or you're not successful. And whether you're successful or not successful actually carries over into the land and changes how some of the people might interact with you. So if you go on Smuggler's Run and you destroyed the ship and you didn't have a good run and you failed, they're gonna look at you a little bit differently in Oga's Cantina. So I'm excited to see how that all works out. But from what I heard, the ride is incredible and I can't wait to try it out for myself. So there are 6 people in a ride at a time on Smuggler's Run. You have 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. And I'm excited to see how this all works out because everybody needs to work together as like a unit to make sure that you're successful and you don't crash the Falcon. And if you do crash the Falcon, on the way out, as you're walking out of the ride back into Batuu, the hallways and whatnot of the Falcon will have like scratch marks on them or dents or whatever. There's like different things they can do based on whether or not you were successful or not successful in piloting the ship, which I think is really cool. Overall, I'm very excited for this attraction. I really hope the first time I go, I get to be the pilot. Now, you may be thinking, oh, can we just ask? Is this gonna cause problems among guests? TBD. I think you're always gonna have people that are a little bit, might not be happy that they got engineer on their first time around, especially if they're waiting in a long line. But I have no doubt that each experience is unique and different in its own way and will still give everybody the full experience. From what I have heard though, from a couple of people who went during those cast member previews I was talking about, they did say that pilot is the way to go. So if you're lucky enough to be the pilot, you're gonna have the best experience because you're physically controlling the ship. One pilot controls it up and down, another pilot controls it left to right, and then there's all these buttons that you have to hit in the meantime too. So you're the one that's really driving the ship. The gunners are obviously working on the guns and the engineers are just fixing the problems that the pilots made by not flying the ship correctly. So I'm curious to see how this all shakes out. I highly doubt we're gonna get on 3 different times within our 4-hour window when we go in August, but if we're lucky to do that, I hope we get to experience 3 different roles and just kind of see which one we like the best for ourselves. And at number 2, Oga's Cantina. I can't wait to step inside of Oga's Cantina and experience it for myself. From what I've heard, it is really cool. There's not a lot of seats. It's meant to be like a standing bar. You have DJ Rex, who is the original tour guide from Star Tours. He's back. He is in this land. He's going to be spinning music in the cantina. I'm kind of hoping that they have like that typical like song in there at some point, which would be really cool to experience. Now, this is not the Mos Eisley Cantina, so if you're familiar with that from this original Star Wars movies, it's not going to look just like that. This is totally different. I'm kind of hoping that there's some roaming characters there. I did hear that the bartenders and cast members are all in character themselves, so I'm curious to experience that. And I just think it's going to be really cool. There is a whole bunch of alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink options that are there as well. I personally don't drink, so I won't be trying any of the alcoholic ones, but I'm glad that they do have specialty drinks there as well for those who don't and want to get the full cantina experience. Just some of those drink options that they have will be the Carbon Freeze, the Blue Bantha, Black Spire Brew, the Fuzzy Tauntaun, and many more. There's also a Mugen tea, a Bloody Rancor. It just all looks great. And as you can see by some of the photos, they put the drinks in their own unique glasses and bowls and whatnot, and it just looks awesome. The theming, even down to what they're serving the drinks in, is perfect, and it's so Star Wars based, and I can't wait to see it for myself. So yeah, Oga's Cantina, the theming sounds great, the drink options sound great. I cannot wait to experience this for myself. We get to see Rex again, which is cool, and yeah, it's just gonna be a great time. And lastly on my list, taking the #1 spot, drumroll please, Rise of the Resistance. Now this might be a little bit surprising to you. A lot of people have Smuggler's Run as their like #1 attraction here. For me, it's Rise of the Resistance. I am a big fan of dark rides. I love that slow moving vehicle, like with animatronic figures, the typical Disney. Now this isn't gonna be your typical like leisurely stroll in the park. There's gonna be a lot of excitement to this ride. But I just love that they're putting a dark ride, style ride, for lack of a better word, in this land. I can't wait to see it. Now, Disney themselves came out and said that this is the most epic attraction that Walt Disney Imagineering has ever built. So they've really set the bar high for themselves, which is why I honestly can't wait to see it. For me, whenever Disney says that this is the most epic attraction that they've ever built, and you think about all the attractions that Disney has built in their long history, and this is gonna be number one, it's gotta be number one on my list, right? How could the most epic attraction of all time not end up on number one on the list? Which is why I put it ahead of Smuggler's Run. There are just so many things about this ride I'm looking forward to. There are full-size X-Wings on there. There's a full-size replica of Poe's ship, Poe Dameron. There are full-size AT-ATs, or AT-ATs, whichever you call them. There are, over, I don't know the exact number, but I believe over 50 animatronic stormtroopers. There are so many different things about this ride that get me so excited. It's a trackless dark ride, which is going to be really cool. They said you're going to feel the sensations of taking off. It's going to be mild, so it's not going to be super intense, but they said you will feel the ride vehicle moving. You'll feel like you're taking off. You'll feel all these different sensations, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that, considering it is a trackless ride system. And from all the photos we've seen so far, it looks really awesome. It really truly does look like you are inside of a real ship as part of the Resistance, trying to take down the First Order. Like, it just looks like an awesome, awesome ride. I can't wait to experience it. Even if you do have to wait, an hour or two for this attraction, it is, I believe, at least a 10-minute attraction. So you will get a full ride experience, and you won't feel like you're gypped of your time once you get off and say, why did we wait that long for such a short ride? It is a long ride. So there you have it. That is my top 5 things I'm looking forward to the most about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Like I said, it opens this Friday, May 31st, over in Disneyland. I cannot wait to go. We will be going in August, and I just absolutely can't wait. These 3 months can't come soon enough. I've been waiting for this day for years now, ever since they first announced the expansion. So it's gonna be great. If you are gonna be there on opening day, let us know. Leave a comment down below. If you are going some other time this summer, let us know as well. We wanna hear your thoughts on Galaxy's Edge, and let me know what your top 5 things are. My top 5 are gonna be different than yours, most likely. We're all entitled to different opinions, so I'm really curious what you guys are looking forward to the most about experiencing Galaxy's Edge once you do get to experience it for yourself. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave it a nice big thumbs up. It does help us out and lets us know you guys are enjoying the content we're putting out. And make sure you subscribe down below as well. We are putting out Disney videos all the time, and we want you to be a part of each and every one of them. So with that, we'll see you real soon. Bye.